Here we go. Welcome back to Andertons TV, the second Blackstar video of the day. I believe these are all going out the same time in a NAMM Avalanche of new product video.
A plethora of Avalanche.
A plethora of Avalanche.
A plethora.
Anyway,
please like and subscribe.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've got NAMM content coming out, so please like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell and all that stuff. NAMM content.
Exactly. I was just talking to Jen about that. I think potentially there's going to be something like 10 videos a day going out during NAMM, maybe more.
Ouch.
So yes, careful. Your inbox is going to get overloaded.
Spammed.
We apologise unreservedly. Anyway.
No, we don't.
Do you know what's great about NAMM? You're going to see one video showing you like the cutting edge, newest thing that the cleverest minds in the universe have come out with. And then the next video, we'll just go back to what was great about the 1950s. And this is like, you know, it couldn't be much simpler than a single-ended Class A valve amplifier. And the plague. Absolutely. Was that in the 50s?
I don't know.
The Great Depression.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That was the 30s, wasn't it? 20.
Okay, this is Blackstar's nod, I don't know, to, I suppose, early American, early British kind of vibey valve amplifier. TV-10A is a 6L6 kind of powered head and cab with an A-type, Celestion A-type speaker in it, so very American. And the one I'm using is the Type B. This is like hepatitis, isn't it? Class A and Class B? I'm not sure.
That's a good colour. That's like green. I like
this
that.
This is an EL34 powered, British Racing Green, could be. EL34 powered, single-ended with a Celestion V-type in it, so like a vintage British sounding speaker. 10 watts. Oversized kind of cabinet. You would be forgiven for going, didn't Blackstar do something kind of similar to this maybe 2 or 3 years ago?
You're not forgiven for anything.
They kind of did, but now we're in ahead with an oversized cabinet and a new look. But similar kind of vibe here.
Head and cab much better in my opinion.
The oversized cab is sounding great.
Yeah, open back.
Open back, yeah. It sounds great. Are they both open back? Yeah, it sounds great. Anyway, look, take us through what you've got. It's very simple, isn't it?
It's super simple, man. You got a master, you got a reverb, you got a tone. Then there's a little switch here, which is drive, and then you got gain. That's it.
That's it.
That's all you need.
I know.
You don't get anything else. And I like getting simple things, because I'm a simple man.
Absolutely.
And that sounds great. No pedals at all, not even a Cali 76. It's just straight through with a Les Paul, rather affordable Les Paul. But got a slight, because it's 10 watts, got slightly bit of a drive in the end there. Still loud.
I think this is
still loud.
You know, on this constant journey of education that Pete and I try to take you on.
Take ourselves.
10 watts and 100 watts, right? Don't think, 10 watts is for a bedroom and 100 watts
My
is
FR cab is 1,000 watts.
Yeah, it's very much, I mean, as you can hear from here and perhaps see from the decibel counter, you can make a ton of noise with a 10 watt amplifier, but it hits its sort of clipping point quite early, it compresses, so it becomes one of those very edge of breakup kind of sounding amplifiers. If you go 100 watts, obviously it's got tons of headroom before it hits that, but it's not necessarily about volume.
It's not, but what you can do when you got a master, and which makes it suitable for playing at home, because you can use the master just to turn it down. But because you've got a gain, what you can do with the master is you can ram it.
So what have you
all the way up?
No,
I'll do that now. I only had master 12 o'clock. Noel, master 12 o'clock now. Noel, it's all the way up, and now just feed in the gain, right? So now it's off. So I got a bit of a sniffle. I don't want to be sick before we go.
Take some of those first defense.
First defense.
Self-defense.
Self-defense
No, first defense.
classes. So if I ease in the. So I got clean, but it's loud. And that's no pedals.
Dialing the master volume like that, you're turning that into like a non-master volume.
Yeah, like a Fender
like
Hot
a
Rod Deluxe.
Bassman or a JTM or whatever like that. You know?
Exactly. And then when you put pedal on top of that, just like a Cali 76 and then a Dane. And that's, sounds great, but I can also get that from, of course, taking that down and just adding the gain in.
It's better. Is that just more volume or a bit more?
It's more volume. Sounds great. There is a compressor.
It's so weird, isn't it? I'm just, every opportunity I get to stick the boot in on FRFR cabs, I'm just taking. But great guitar sounds sit here. Like the bass stops here, the treble stops here, and it sounds great. Yeah. And that's what guitar cabs do. Mm-hmm. And I don't care what IR you've got. If you've got a cab that can do more bass end and more treble, because that's what PA cabs do and they're designed to do, it can't.
It's unnatural.
It doesn't reproduce that sound. I mean, look, maybe you like the other sound better, and that's fine, and we can just meet somewhere around the back and smash your face in. But basically, no, I mean, I just I like this guitar cab. I like cabs like this. They sound proper.
And when you play it softly, I've taken the Cali 76 off. But if I stick it on the back pickup, the dynamics that you don't get from all the other things. Yeah, it's a lovely sound, and I haven't touched the tone yet. I haven't done the tone yet.
That's true. Could you dial in the gain but take the master volume low? So if someone was thinking, if I want to play this sort of driven at home,
I haven't even
pushed
added the gain yet. No.
What?
So let's see here. No pedals though.
Yeah.
And then the tone. Nobody needs that. Actually, maybe Carlos Santana needs that. I don't know, but this is 10 watts, bro.
You're moving into the realms there of where actually I do think it's inappropriate to have a valve amplifier. I would still say if you buy even a 10 watt valve amplifier, if you buy it to go that quiet,
but what's the point then?
That's what I'm saying. If you're going to have this at home, and because of where you live or whatever, or the rest of your family, they go, that's the level you can play.
Yeah, they can only play that.
I honestly, at that point, I think you might as well just go and buy a Boss Katana or an IDX Core or even like Yamaha THR or one of those things.
Because those can't do this, bro. What if the kids are out and the wife hours and neighbours is out and nobody's there?
That was my point. If you can never do that, like as in if you can only ever play it
why do you play guitar then? What's the point of playing guitar?
Give up.
Serious?
Is what piece. No, that's my. You could spend £1,000, probably more than £1,000 for the head and cab here.
Yeah.
And if you only ever play it at that mega low volume, my feeling is you might just own a.
But why do you buy a 911 Porsche? I can only drive it at 70 miles an hour. You can drive it at 250. You can. That's the cool thing about it.
Wow.
Right?
I triggered him.
No, but hey, why would you buy a Ferrari? You can't drive it faster than that. And you look like a driving around, But you drive a Ferrari and you can do 200 miles an hour if you wanted to.
It's against the law.
Yes, but it is against. Not in Germany.
Look, but this one, anyway. I think we
Yeah, we agree on it.
Agreeing somewhere in a weird way.
Yeah.
Right.
Is that it? Yeah.
Your
No,
best
no, no.
sound, I think half and half was your best sound.
Yeah,
half the volume,
I've still
half
got
the
gain.
gain.
I still haven't got the gain. Tube screamer. And then one more thing, reverb all the way up. Let's just test that and then see.
That really is going from...
Upping the game here, upping the game.
But that's what I'm saying, that's really going from a vintage American sound right through to a modern
So it has had improvement since the last iteration. I really like that, man. I think that's good.
On the back is an effects loop and an emulated speaker output as well.
So you can use it at home.
That's true. You could run it in standby mode with the emulated speaker out into something else and headphones or whatever. Like, yes,
but you know you can play it that loud,
yeah, but that's that for me. That's the joy.
Why would you marry a model wife if you know you can't? You know.
Right, can we do my amp now?
Yes, you can. Okay, yeah, go for it.
So, same story, all right, but now trying to be things that are more British. This was the sound that I had for my sort of opening jam with Pete. That is my 2026 kind of go-to sound now, where it's not crystal clean. I can get a cleanish sound, but I want to be able to play soft.
I will like.
And get clean, or... And that's what that's where I'm at on my guitar playing journey at the moment. That's what I want, and this amp does that. If I go to a humbucker, you can see I've got ton. Man, that's
Dynamic
good.
Dan.
That's no pedals yet. Is it boost in? Boost in. Boost in. Sorry, I obviously did.
Oh, you had the boost in?
Yeah, I did. Obviously did.
So the boost off. Oh, that's good. Nice glass.
Do you know what? It's for me, that boost thing is sort of changing the characteristic of the gain more than necessarily the amount of gain at this level.
Like a voice type thing, yeah?
But I still... Oh, it's really good. Funnily enough, Mick Taylor, I was speaking to him the other day.
No.
And he was like, we really need to, more brands need to revisit that Fender Blues Junior kind of vibe. Just like people, like if you haven't gone digital, what you probably want is just an amp like this to put some pedals into. Yeah. So it's quite timely, that. Anyway, so what else have I got? So I suppose if I drop my gain back, turn my master up a bit, I probably can go more crystal clean. But that's
Tell
not
me
where,
something.
Yeah, it is a bit, isn't it? That's not where the fun is. The fun is definitely learning. It's probably a good amp to help you develop more of a dynamic picking style.
Any amp with tubes in it, man.
I think I'm
Sounds good.
probably guilty. I think I listen when I listen to myself back on videos, I tend to pick harder than I need to.
Oh, yeah.
And if I listen to players like you, or we had Chris Buck on
he's
yesterday,
fantastic.
you can see in the fingers there's much more dynamic, and it brings out so much more. And I think again it's a learning thing, right? It's just something you've got to.
And you don't play with your fingers either. You don't do. I'll do that, and then I'll play like this.
I'm a really hopeless hybrid picker. But I think quite often
that's what I hear out town.
We hear, and we've said this before. Quite often players that have grown up sort of digitally native, if you like, just have never played a product with that much, so they don't develop that technique. So they'll go for perhaps speed and technique rather than necessarily like a dynamism.
Yeah, dynamism.
Dynamicness.
Dynamicness.
Again, I think there's lots to learn. And if you're on a guitar playing journey, you should absolutely at some point in your journey have an.
How much are these?
Like
Sorry,
this.
I'm just.
I don't know actually. How much are these? $499.
What? No.
$379.
Are you joking?
Wow.
I thought it would be like 1,200.
Honestly,
Sorry,
I thought you were going to say like 899
Yeah,
for the head or
grand, right?
something.
999.
Wow. Right.
Is that it?
$499 for the head, $379 for the cab.
Dude, that's under grand for. I did swear. I did say the F word there.
Hopefully we should have the reaction clip in here because that was genuinely the first time we'd heard.
Yeah, about £1,000, like at St James or something.
Wow.
Or that.
Anyway, so a bit like Pete's amp goes into full bore modern American, mine will go into full bore modern British. So we'll put the boost in, we'll put the gain up like 3/4 of the way. I've put a tube screamer in now. Wow. Crikey. I'm not entirely sure there's any need for...
No, you got it.
It's maybe not a modern genty metal sound, but for like a valve amp sound, imagine having a pair of these. Stereo. Like dial it in.
Yeah.
Go one slightly more crispy, one slightly more... Anyway, wow.
Anyway.
Okay,
well done.
I think that's probably... that might be the most astounded reaction of our NAMM videos so far.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know. We could have shot 20 videos by now.
But this is true. Single-ended, one valve in there. You go and look up what Class A means because it's one of those. Valve in the preamp. Is it just one valve in the preamp? Looks like it. One valve in the preamp, one valve in the power amp. What more do you need? Look great. Happy days.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching.
Like and subscribe.
You, Mr. Pete. Yeah, see you
Thank
later.
you, Mr. Lee.